Bluff City Media presents The Anthony Sain Show on YouTube at Bluff City Media. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Anthony Sain.
Acknowledge me.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to The Anthony Sain Show. This is, of course, your host, Anthony Sain, here live from the Bluff City Media Studios. And happy 9-on-1 day to those who observe. Got my man Kenny Stubblefield behind the glass. Kenny, what's going on, my brother?
Man, not much, man. Things are good over here.
Man, it's all good, man. Good to see you. We didn't have a show Wednesday. Had some technical difficulties, man. We have a show that is lost in the archives.
Lost in the archives, and it was probably, if I can just say,
We're not gonna say the host, but we're not gonna say
no.
Right.
It was one of the better shows we've done.
Yeah, it was a really good show, man.
And it was, again, I'm gonna put it out there. It's 100% my fault.
It ain't your fault, man. Stuff happens, bro.
You know what, man? Technology, man. This is why I don't trust the robots, bro.
Me either, man. And we got all this AI stuff and Chat GPT and all that. Yeah, man. All this stuff is, yeah, man. You can't trust technology at all. But we do trust Bluff City Media providing the quality product, and we thank you guys for checking in with us twice a week. Do apologize if we didn't have a show Wednesday, but the same stuff that was on my mind then is on my mind now. So I get to kind of, and another thing, a lot of this stuff.
Run it back.
Let's run it back, man. Run it back for sure. Speaking of running it back, since the last time we talked, Malcolm Dandridge, of course, has recommitted to the University of Memphis, taking his name out of the transfer portal. I'm fine with it. You're fine with it, Kenny Stubblefield. Most of Tiger Nation is fine with Big Malco, which I think is a very underrated name for a college basketball player.
So he's got two nicknames. He's got Big Dog and Big Malco.
Yeah, I like Big Malco better with the playoff of Malco Theaters, which are the theaters we grew up in.
That's right.
Here in Memphis, Tennessee. So Big Malco, of course, makes it seem like he's going to put on the show.
Which, if you know anything about Malcolm, he's a massive movie fan. So
didn't know that.
That's what he loves. Honestly, if you talk to him privately, he's going to do something in movies when he gets out of college.
Okay. I know that you did the documentary series, and he was part of the thing.
Yep.
So, yeah, shout out to Malcolm Dandridge for sure, man. Malcolm Dandridge looks like stock big college basketball player.
Yeah.
Like if there's a movie or something, and somebody like there's a big in the movie.
He's a typecast.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's the guy they'd be looking for. He looks like big college basketball player, dude.
Yep.
Like for real. Malcolm Dandridge, glad to have him back for sure. There was a little controversy because, of course, the final game of the season when Memphis lost to FAU, there was, of course, the conflict between Malcolm Dandridge and Kendrick Davis. Kendrick Davis being a little petty on Twitter as well.
Bro.
Since then, since the commitment, kind of saying things, not really saying things, but liking tweets.
Yep.
That were kind of talking bad about Malco or whatever. Of course, they had to run in against FAU, final game of the season, NCAA tournament. He's kind of got labeled with that, plus other rumors, nothing really confirmed, nothing documented, but there were other rumors about him being kind of a malcontent with the team, chemistry issues with the team. I don't really know. I don't care about that stuff either, because my thing is, this is last season. Penny Hardaway is a much more experienced, much more respected coach. Each and every year, he's gaining more and more respect, learning his craft even more. I think he'll be able to deal with personalities like Malco, whatever he brings. Plus, Malco's a guy who totally understands he's not going to be the starter on this team. Jordan Brown is a clear starter on this team. Malcolm understands he's going to be a backup. I don't think his role is an issue at all. I think he knows his role on this team, and I think he'll be fine. A guy that can give you 10, 15, whatever amount of minutes per game in a backup role. In a case of injury, he could start if he needed to. So I'm fine with it. I hand it over to you, Kenny Stubblefield.
No, man, I'm in total agreement with you, man. Like, when the announcement was made, Christian Fowler, who hosts On the Bluff with Gabe Kuhn, me and him did a breaking news podcast. Which if there is breaking news in Tiger basketball and football, we tend to do those. We talked about it, man. It's tough. Like there is a very vocal minority in the city of Memphis,
right,
that has very strong opinions about things that tend to take over the airwaves, take over the Twitter sphere when news happens that they don't like.
Right.
But I would say that a large portion of Tiger Nation is excited to have him back. And I just, again, I don't think there's anybody that has been extremely satisfied with how any of the seasons have ended because Memphis is the kind of place, especially with basketball, that it's Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four or bust kind of deal. And so I don't think anybody's been extremely pleased with how seasons have ended. And obviously, you know, I don't think the players are either. So I look at the stuff with Malco and Kendrick and just go, man, chalk that up to two competitive dudes, you know, getting into it. But I love Malcolm, man.
Yeah.
Unabashedly, I'm a Malcolm fan. I like him. I like his family. He's got good people around him, and I'm excited to have him back.
Yeah, my brother is a Tiger basketball fan as well. My brother was closest to me in age. He hit me up a few years ago when we first got James Wiseman. We got Malcolm Dandridge. They came in together. He was like, man, everybody talking about James Wiseman, man. I got Big Malco. Like, my brother is stomped for Malcolm Dandridge unapologetically for 5 years now. You know what I mean? So,
well, we've said this for years, man. Like,
he's got one of those personalities, and like he just has one of those looks where you want to pull for him. Like, you want him to be that dude.
Because he's a man. And it's not even just you called him a typecast college big man, and it's true. I mean, he's a monster. Like, you get around him in person, and he's just a big athletic kid. But he's a good kid, man. Like, such a good dude. And like, you know, we've talked about this. You know, I've had the opportunity to cover him since before he even came to Memphis.
Right.
And I was at, man, I would say percentage wise, 75% of his practices his high school year at East when James was there as a senior, when they were ranked, when they were number one team in Tennessee. And I'm just telling you, man, like, Malcolm gave James the business almost every practice.
Right.
Like, there were very few practices that I saw where James got the better of Malcolm. I've said this so many times in the years that Malcolm has been here. He is such a talented kid that has had incredible amount of injuries that have just stepped on his career. And so I'm hoping, we got some reports today that he's back on campus, back in practice. He's come in really, really good shape, which is relatively surprising because he hasn't played in so long. But, man, I'm excited to see what he does. Yeah,
me too, man. I'm down for Malco doing his thing as a reserve on his University of Memphis team. Yeah, but I think it's going to be fine. I'm not opposed to it at all. I think a lot of people just made a big deal about nothing when it comes down to him. Also in the show today, a good friend of mine, Brandon Johnson, otherwise known as BLJ, with the Memphis Grizzlies. He's, of course, the in-arena hype man and MC. When you go to the Memphis Grizzlies games, if you don't know his name, you know his face. You've seen him. If you've been to a Grizzlies game, you've seen him, man.
You know who this guy is.
Yeah,
man.
The hype man that you see at the games, he's going to come in. Sure, it's going to be a great interview, man. Just a totally awesome personality as well, man. One of those guys who just kind of want to be around when he's in the room, for sure. Everyone knows his face, and everyone should know his name. I hope you know more about him as a man today in the interview that we have for the Sit Down with Sain coming in with us. Got a special guest with me today for the three-pointer. For the first time ever, it's going to be a co-three-pointer. Me and someone else going to do the three-pointer together. From Asylum Media Group.
Yes, so let's go.
Shamaria Wiseman, she's going to join me today. She had a very controversial take she's going to talk about with me. And I'm going to let her get her shit off, man, today. I'm going to try to be as cordial and respectful of her thoughts as I can when she comes on. Very proud of Shamaria. She also launched her YouTube page and her show, Maria Knows Sports on YouTube. It's her YouTube page. If I'm not mistaken, I hope I didn't quote that wrong. If not, I'll make sure I get it right, after the break.
Link will be in the bio.
Yeah, we'll have the link for her as well to check out her YouTube page. She had a very viral video. I kind of feel away, man. I've never had anything I do content creation wise go viral. Not on this. I've had some Facebook posts go crazy, but as far as like sports stuff,
yep,
yeah, not one time. Not the stuff you could monetize. It ain't never went viral. But Shamaria had a super viral post she made. We're gonna talk about that. Looking forward to her coming on as well. But also, before we go to the break real fast, you know what? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this for Shamaria when she comes in. I got something else to talk about. I'm going to save it for Shamaria when she comes in. But, yeah, get ready, man. About to go to break. When we come back, my man BLJ, Brandon Johnson from the Memphis Grizzlies, going to be an awesome interview for the Sit Down with Sain. Come and check him out in a minute here on the Anthony Sain Show. We'll see y'all in a minute.
Bluff City Media and Bluff City NIL are proud partners of Coaching for Literacy, a Memphis nonprofit using the power of sports to impact childhood literacy. When you donate to Bluff City NIL through Coaching for Literacy, your gift is 100% tax deductible. This partnership is a win-win-win. Tiger student athletes win in the NIL landscape. Coaching for Literacy wins by engaging Tiger student athletes in this monumental cause. And most importantly, elementary students in Memphis receive support to become strong readers. To donate today, visit coachingforliteracy.org/bluff-city.
So, and let's preface this with this, because you always got to have a disclaimer somewhere. This is not something that is set in stone. Like,
Of course not.
Coaches, a lot of the times, and I've been covering the University of Memphis football program for, I think this is year 6, maybe. I think year 6. There are surprises on the Too Deep every year, and it's like, what's going on? Sometimes it's an upperclassman thing. They like to get some upperclassmen on there. I've seen walk-ons on there before to kind of just give them a pat on the back, like, good job, you've worked your butt off here, your name's on here. This doesn't mean these will be the players playing.
Of course not.
Does it give us an indication? Is this our only indication as of right now today? Yes.
Who's gonna play in Bethune-Cookman this weekend? Like,
but you'll see names play in that game that aren't on that Too Deep. So I just want to push that out there.
It's not set in stone.
It's not set in stone.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
We had Laird Veach in company. Talk about it today. Anything stick out to you from that?
No. It's just more.
We're trying, says Hardgrave.
Yeah, it just seems like more of the same stuff that we've always known.
What's his quote? He said,
Oh my God.
we have been, we are in, and we will continue to be in the conversation. We're the best kept secret in athletics, and we shouldn't have to be. We shouldn't be a secret.
I don't even think that we're a secret.
I don't either.
I think if you look at in terms of top G5 programs over the last 10 years, arbitrary number.
From that perspective and just basketball, like we're a national brand. People recognize
like what are we
it.
talking
I wear
about?
Memphis stuff all over the country and people recognize it.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. It's time for the Sit Down with Sain. Got a tremendous guest, man. I was telling them during the break that there are not many people that I just blindly, like for no reason, don't really understand why I root for people, man. And this brother's definitely one of them, my man, Brandon BLJ Johnson of the Memphis Grizzlies. You know him. In-arena hype, man. We said before the show, I said, y'all might not know the name, but when the face come on, oh, yeah, that man, yeah, that's my guy. Yeah, you don't even know his name, but that's my guy. But my guy, Brandon Johnson, is in the building, man. I've been watching you on the sideline. Seeing like your responsibilities are just increasing.
Yep.
You are the man, bro. I love what you do. I love how you love when the kids come around. You just, man, infectious, your personality, man, for sure. People see you at every game, and they see the energy. And with some people, man, it kind of looks like they're performing. Mm-hmm. Like they're not as happy as they are portraying themselves to be. It legit look like you having fun like a bug out there, man.
Bro, I'm having a blast. Like, when that light comes on, it's like, all right, it's time to make something shake.
Yeah.
And so, like, when I say from the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, the fourth quarter, it's real.
Yeah.
And so I never truly turn it off. So some people say it's a character. Some people say that it's your personality. I say it's a mix of both. It's a hype man character, but it's also a piece of my personality because I'm legit happy at what I would do.
Yeah.
I always tell people, man, the things that I've done in life and to see myself at this stage in life, like, I'm happy. I push carts at your local grocery store. I flip burgers. I used to be a loss prevention officer at one of your stores, so I used to chase people out the store that was stealing, and now I'm able to hype up 18,000 fans and bring that energy at downtown Memphis. Man, who could ask for more?
Oh, man, it's incredible, man. I love seeing you do it. I pull for you. I think you're one of the best. We starting the campaign, man. We got to get my boy in the All-Star Weekend, too, man.
BLJ All-Star. Let's make it happen. 2024, 2025,
Hashtag it up,
2026. We're going to keep keep that party rolling.
And then we go smile and wave.
Smile and wave. You want to know where I really want to be at?
Where?
Man, NBA 2K.
Oh, yeah.
Let's throw it out there in the atmosphere.
Man.
NBA
You know what?
2K.
I know someone that can make that happen. Peter Emerson, who I used to do my radio show with.
Okay.
He's in NBA 2K.
For real?
Yeah, and he can make that happen, bro. Like,
Man.
like when you play the game, Peter's Twitter pops up. Like it's one of the people who's tweeting about my career player.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he can make that happen, bro.
Man, I just want to be on my NBA 2K when you come on. Like, yo, it's your best hype man, BLJ.
yeah.
It's time for NBA 2K. We had yesterday's game. You see the lineup right here.
Yeah.
Let's see how you playing today. Let's make some. See? Come on, 2K.
Yeah, there it is, man. I love it, bro. I love it for sure. You were talking about the energy you bring to the games. In the moment, it made me think about two situations where it may be hard to bring the energy. Number one is, like, in media, I'm typically at the games like an hour before they start. So I'm there with there's like literally nobody there. And I've seen y'all come out there. It might be 500 people in the crowd. Y'all are like talking to nobody. How do you build up? How do you build up when the energy isn't matching yours, and also when we're losing? Like we're down by like 20, 30 points or whatever.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been around the organization just going into my 18th season.
Oh my God.
So
Okay.
I've been around throwing T-shirts when a regular season game on a Friday or a Saturday looked like a preseason game.
Right.
And so I understand that your hardcore fans are in there for a reason. And also when we're doing the countdown to the game and it's not as many fans coming in yet, like they're there for a reason. They're there to see the show, there to get there early, just to have fun, and we give them that vibe. So no matter if it's 5 people, 5,000, 15,000, I'm gonna give them everything I got. Right. So that's one of the joys that I have. So that 499 person is gonna get the same experience as the 18,000 person that walks in.
Because you bring it.
Yeah.
And I notice it's almost like machine. Like you pump out the same level of enthusiasm. I never see you respond like, oh, they not even getting into this. But like it's always one.
They gonna get into it. And then like you said, if we're losing by a lot, sometimes I would say the morale is down, but also we understand the flow of the game, so we understand the flow of the show that we're about to produce also. So if we're losing by 10 and it's 10 seconds left, they call a timeout, the people that are there are still going to be there excited, knowing that it's not going to be the outcome that we want. But guess what? We're gonna throw out some T-shirts. Right. So we're just gonna bring that energy and that morale up for that moment, and fans will get in tune for that moment, and we create that memory.
Right. Because I know that I've been around for a while, and I know there's a lot of intricacies and planning and details to everything. You guys aren't just flying off the cuff. You guys have all these things planned out: the games, the skits, the competitions, all these type of things. Has there ever been something like with live performances is that people don't understand? Like this is something like I've done some acting and things like that, and I know that something they teach is no one knows what's on your script except for you. So don't get down about missing lines or leaving total parts out or whatever, because nobody knows it except for you. So don't get down about it. I'm sure there have been times where you guys have made mistakes. We didn't know what was going on in the crowd, but y'all were like, "Oh shit, I left all this out." What's the biggest mistake you've made or you've seen be made that we didn't know anything about?
It was we had a concert and I was dressed up in an astronaut suit. Okay. And just so happened, I forgot everything. I literally forgot everything. And I said, if you want to go, I was like, I forgot my words.
No one knew nothing.
Yeah, if you want to go to Mars, guess who's coming to town, blah, blah, blah. Right. And then I went off the cuff, but as I was looking into the sky, I made it seem like I was looking into the atmosphere. Right. But I really forgot.
You read the Jumbotron.
Nothing was on the Jumbotron. But
you were pulling for words from there.
I said, Lord, I forgot what I was going to say. And so that was the one that I can really remember, man. But I've also had just, hiccups of where I wouldn't say I forgot a line, but I'm looking at the contestant and they got spooked. And so now I'm trying to adjust on the fly, and I'll crack a joke. And man, sometimes your best hype man to mess up. It's okay if you mess up. Right. Let's go ahead and keep it rolling. And so just making the fans or the contestants feel comfortable with what they're doing, because like you said, it's live TV or live entertainment. So you're gonna have those hiccups. You got to be prepared for that. And I think that's one of my greatest attributes is to ad lib and to create on the spot. So if I see somebody that's off for a second, I can cover it up.
Right. You do a great job for sure, phenomenal job. You're also the regional promotion and marketing manager for the team. Not really sure what that means. Sounds pretty important.
I'm gonna tell
Sound like
you-
a black man working, so I'm down for it. It's like they give you a hard 40 a week. So.
Man, I don't even know the 40, man.
And they pay you for the 40. So
Man,
hey.
I don't know what we call it. But like I said, it's a blessing. With that job, we bring the energy out into the community. So the energy that you see at FedEx Forum, we bring it out in the community. Like
I've seen you do
901 Day, Cooper Young Festival, Germantown Festival, all the festivals that's coming up this season that
You
you
be
see
in
the
the
Grizzlies a
Jeep,
part of.
yeah.
That's
Van
me
or
to help,
whatever, yeah.
that helped me create that and bringing new fans in. If you go to grizzlies.com/caravans, you'll see the list of caravans that we're about to do. We was just in Huntsville and Florence, Alabama this past weekend. We went to their AA baseball game in Huntsville, had a blast there, set up, activated, did some basketball camps with the kids, had a blast there. So just creating new fans in the region, and we just go to different regions for our caravans and just create that atmosphere.
What's the most fulfilling event, community event or like moment, whether it be with a child or, elderly person? What's the most like?
This is probably
fulfilling
something that a lot of people know if they follow me on social, but I'm telling you, I was a heart patient at Le Bonheur, and so I had open heart surgery when I was
Didn't know
younger.
that. Okay.
And so I go to Le Bonheur several times and do game show with them, and they found out that I was a patient, and I'm a regular at Le Bonheur, and so I just go there, tell my story, and we do game show, Wheel of Fortune, name that tune. They just created a new game show spot. Ryan Seacrest was there. The Ryan Seacrest game show spot. I'll probably going to go there the next few weeks and do some game shows for the kids in that new location. But that's one of the things that I enjoy doing is giving back to Le Bonheur and talking to the parents and letting them know my story and letting them know that when my parents were happy and all that rubbed off on me, I never saw them upset in that hospital, and I just tell them that, and I also let the kids know everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, that's dope.
So
man.
yeah,
That's dope that your job allows you to do those type of
Yeah.
things. It is more than just the 48 minutes on game night.
Yeah.
That's for sure, man. As far as like the Grizzlies have pretty dope halftime performances, pretty dope like after game concerts and things like that. What's been the biggest name that may have personally had you kind of awestruck that you were able to kind of share the stage with them, so to speak?
share the stage with. It was 90s night, 90/2000. Montel Jordan.
I had a feeling you were gonna say
Like
that, bro.
being introduced to him and him singing his
This is how we do
yes,
it. Yeah.
and just watching that and watching how Taryn and Tam that was there and how they helped create that performance and watching it at
Those are
halftime.
the dance choreographers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And watching them do the practices and all that, and then at halftime, I'm like, oh, this is really him. This is how we do it.
Right.
And so
R&B, SEC.
Man, get up here and start partying real fast. But also just the artists that we have come in, understanding and seeing the work that we've done and appreciating that. And so Project Pat, Kia Shine, NLE Chopper, like all those, that talent that's from Memphis,
Right.
that love to come to our organization and give that energy, show their talent and showcase their talent. It's fun, and just being around them as me being young, riding with my brother, listening to Project Pat.
Right.
And now I was able to introduce him and shake his hand, have conversations, and it's just full circle and just fun just to be in that atmosphere.
Because I remember the night that Montel Jordan was there, we typically get a press release saying who's going to be there. Montel Jordan was not on the bingo card that night. You know what I mean? And I'm coming in, I'm there like an hour early. I'm like, bro, this is not Montel Jordan. Like, I'm looking like,
Yes.
why is he here? Like, I was like, I know it's 90s night, but this ain't in the press release. I was like, damn, Montel Jordan up in this. And like, I didn't think I would be the same way. Like, seeing him there, I was like, okay, bro, like, it reminded me how big of a deal he really was in the whole thing, for sure. But switching over to kind of more so on the basketball talk side of it. Job, of course, is going to be out for a while, 25 games. Guys like Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson Jr. are going to have to step up. What do you think about what that looks like? Do you think they'll be fine rolling?
I think they will be fine rolling. If you see how Jaren is playing right now,
man.
and also Santi playing, like those two big men are going to be legitimate factors in my opinion this upcoming season. And with Desmond Bain getting well from surgery he had on his foot.
Yeah.
And so him getting well and getting himself together, we're going to be a great contender. And picking up the pieces of Smart and Rose as leaders. And you got to take in consideration, like, that's a former NBA MVP and a former Defensive Player of the Year, too. So you got to add those factors in there that they're going to buy into the system of Memphis. Derrick Rose already been here when he played for the University of Memphis. He knows the city. He loves the city. The city's embraced him. And Smart, looking at how his career has fanned out and coming here, it reminds us of another Grizzly player.
Yep.
And I think that's going to be a success for him. And in the locker room, that everybody's going to buy into what we have for them. And on game one, we'll see what they have to what they do.
It's gonna be good stuff, man.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about that for sure. You've been around, like you said, 18 years. That's long. That's like, when we were wearing the red, teal, and black. Go back to those days. So, what's your biggest on-court memory of the team?
The biggest on-court memory of the team, the Courtney Lee buzzer beater.
Yeah, nasty.
So, that Courtney Lee buzzer beater. I want to say Vince Carter threw it in.
I think so.
Vince Carter threw it in, and Courtney Lee with the layup, and it was just fantastic.
Yeah.
And then also just seeing Vince Carter coming into the organization, still dunking every now and then, and also learning people's names in the organization.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, he's really learning everybody's name, or he'll put you. I remember seeing you at this event. Good to see you again, and just having those types of conversations with him.
Yeah.
So I appreciate him doing that.
Also, during that time, you've seen different versions of the team. You saw the most recognizable, probably beloved version of the team was the grit and grind core four guys with Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol. As compared in that group to what's pretty much a three-man core right now of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr. How would you compare the not just like you said the players, but the personalities? Like how would you compare the transition?
I think with the grit and grind era, it was what it was, that blue collar, hard working. We're gonna beat you, we're gonna bruise you, we're gonna make sure you came to Memphis type deal. And then with this squad, not to say that the grit and grind era wasn't like this, where I believe they do, but this squad, they truly embrace each other, and you see it on the court.
Right.
You see the pats on the back, you see the high fives, you see the I appreciate you see the fun. They're young.
Right.
Like,
they're all about the same age.
Yeah.
Because there was kind of like an age gap between you had Mark and Mike were younger than Zebo and Tony.
Yeah.
And it was that divide. Now it was like friction, but it's just age difference.
It was just that age difference.
Yeah.
And all these guys are 25 and younger. And so, and they're all friends. Like, they're legitimate friends.
Right.
And when we do stuff with them in the community or on media day, and we see them playing and goofing, and it's like, it's legit. It's like, it's fun to see that young energy. And then you'll see that on the court also. If Ja throws a lob to Jaren, and you see the smiles, you see the laughter, and vice versa. If Jaren throws a lob or Bane hits a three, and it's just the celebration part that they celebrate each other, and they understand what their roles on their team is, and that's why they have elevated to that level of success, because they're not selfish.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's definitely two totally different type of teams, but they've both embraced and embodied the city of Memphis, and they've done a great job doing it for sure. Here, my man Brandon Johnson, BLJ, from the Memphis Grizzlies. You guys see him; he's the MC. Final question for you, BLJ. This one is, I know it's one of your passions. Something I know is a big deal of yours. I saw you at a community event, and you had a backpack on, I bbelieve, and you had a couple to-go little tubs with
Don't
you.
judge me.
Yeah,
I know you going.
You had a couple like what are they called? Meal prep things.
I had some meal prep.
Yeah, it was like nothing but like whole chickens and shit in there. Man, like various meat in a backpack. I'm like, bro, what you got going on? Like, why are you down there like huge quantities of meat in the middle of the day? Like, go get some nachos, man. Like,
And do it.
And you was like, no, man, I'm weight training. I'm about to start getting back into bodybuilding. I said, you do that? And I was like, oh, shit, for real? So you were breaking it down for me, telling me about it. And a few weeks later, I saw you competed. I'm like, man, look at my boy, man. He built like a mannequin. That dude chiseled. Like, but man was The man was diesel kicking stuff. I don't know if you seen these pictures. My boy, man, you know, pause, but my boy looking good. You know what I'm saying?
Big balls, man. Listen, Brandon, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't studied your IG like that.
Hey,
I'm not
the
gonna lie
man,
to you.
hey, the man.
I'm beautiful on IG,
You are,
baby.
you're beautiful, man.
Oh, the man was looking like a mannequin, man, for real. Like, for real. So my boy BLJ, he does the bodybuilding. I know you do fitness training and all these type of things. You're big about nutrition. Speak on that, man. The floor is yours.
Man, I've been into fitness for a while. I played football and did all that, but I got serious about it maybe around 28, 29. My highest weight was probably 270. I played D-line.
Yeah.
And so, but once I got like late 20s, I started taking it serious. Something clicked.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was, but something just clicked, and I just learned how to eat. I learned how to get rest. I learned what to put in my body, what supplements from Vitamin Shop or GNC and stuff like that, what to take. And then a coach came up to me named Farshay Jones. I've been knowing Farshay.
I know Farshay.
Yeah, I've been knowing Farshay for a while.
He's an animal as well.
Yeah, and then he just kept asking me, "Do you want to bodybuild? You want to bodybuild? Want to bodybuild?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm cool." And then the pandemic hit. Didn't have nothing to do.
Yeah,
and
because you did that during the pandemic. That's right.
Yeah, and so that's when I started training in late 2020 because my show was in 2021. And he gave me the roadmap on how to eat, how to rest, how to take it to the next level. And once I hopped on stage and I saw what my body looked like, I fell in love with it.
Right.
And I was like, I can really look like this. I know not consistently because I can't hold a low body percentage of fat for that long, but I can still sustain abs, being ripped and stuff like that, and balance how I want to eat when I want to eat something crazy. Because my cheat meals are a whole pizza, 30 wings. That's my cheat meal.
Good God.
Yeah, in one day.
Yeah.
But just learning how to eat and understanding the science behind it and knowing, have my AM workouts, my PM workouts, and just balancing everything of that.
Yeah.
And people just gotta, if they are really serious about working out, you gotta understand what your body is able to do. Not mine, because my only competition is myself.
Right.
And so once you find what the balance is for you, what food's good for you, what you like to eat, what's your snacks, balance out your cheat meals, then guess what? Won't nobody tell you anything. You may not want to get on stage. You just may want to have a healthier lifestyle. And so once you figure that out, if you need a coach or a trainer, I can lead you in the right direction. I can guide you to my coach, or I can help you out. So either way, I enjoy it. I really do. And it's just funny every time I walk into a room, they're like, "Do you work out?" Nah. So I bought this from Walmart.
Yeah, exactly. Well, man, I know my body. I know my limits. I'm happy living vicariously through you. When you get in your competitions or whatever, man, I'm proud
Anthony,
of you, man.
I got two questions.
Go ahead.
2 questions. All right, you said pizza. Whole pizza is your favorite, your cheat meal. What are your thoughts on pineapple on pizza?
You put pineapple on everything.
Yes, sir.
You put pineapple on
pineapple.
everything. Yeah. But I eat cauliflower crust pizza. I don't eat the regular bread.
Even when you do your cheat meal?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I do ground turkey, ground chicken, shrimp, jalapeno, spinach, extra tomatoes, the Rotel tomatoes. What else I put on there?
Damn.
And barbecue sauce,
That man said he
pizza
put a
sauce.
Rotel on the pizza.
The entire produce department on there.
Yes, sir. And a few pineapples on there.
Let me ask, last question for you. Game 57 of the year, kind of low key. Everybody's a little bit, game 57 is tough. Playing against the Washington Wizards, right?
I'm
Tough
gonna
game.
have a blast.
My question to you is this: the crowd's a little down. The crowd's not as hype as they normally get against the Clippers or whoever it may be. What's the one in game? What's the conversation behind the scenes? What's the one thing you guys do that you say this is going to get the crowd hype immediately? Like even if it's like you got to pull an audible and do it right now.
That would be Super Grizz. Super Grizz is one of those characters that will get the crowd hype at any moment. So that goes into like a third quarter type deal.
Yeah.
But for me, just going to different sections of the arena and doing interactions with the crowd, and I'm able to ad lib and talk to the fans, because if we're playing the Washington Wizards on a Wednesday, game 57, it's a Thursday night, and I see that one Washington Wizards fan, I'm finna roast them. I'm finna embarrass them. Right. And I get the fans in tune, but I also have fun with it. So everybody around is having fun and smiling. And so, and just creating that memory for that specific fan, and then also for the other crowd members around them, just so they can be engaged in that. So mine is more of the one-on-one type deal where I just cross and go to different sections and just interact with the fans and make sure that they have a moment with myself, with our Claw crew, with our Grizz girls, because if I'm doing something, I make sure I have the crew with me so those fans can create those memories that they would normally get on a Saturday versus the Lakers game.
And you've got that liberty to pull the audible like that to say, I see somebody who, that's kind of dope.
So wait, I always thought those.
I thought that was super
I thought that was super.
I don't think
planned
he's talking about the ones that's like, throw a pie in the guy's face.
Oh, no, not to throw in the pie.
You talking about just finding the guy and just
So if y'all are sitting beside a fan, I'm just walking through the crowd and it's like 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and I'm like, bro, why are you here? You made 2 wrong lefts. You see y'all getting mollywopped by 40.
Oh, that's crazy. I thought that was planned out.
And you still here.
Right.
Why are you here?
Yeah.
And then fans, what should they do? Should they go home? Yeah. Should they go home? Yeah. On the count of 3, tell them to go home. 1, 2, 3, go home. And then I'll leave to go to the next section.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's love though, man. That's love. But that being said though, I'm gonna throw you an audible on a question. What has been your best like promotion? Whether it be like a special night, a special giveaway. What's been the dopest thing to you that you think the Grizzlies have done? Because didn't you participate in one of the wrestling nights? Did you like throw somebody through a table with Grizzlies?
Yeah, like I think those are always fun because I'm a wrestling fan.
Right.
And so since you said that, I love wrestling night. And then the wrestling belt, the Super Grizz wrestling belt has always been a big one.
Right.
And then the one I always use is the Zaire water bottle. Use that one.
You use that in your everyday.
In my everyday
thing. Keep you
Um,
hydrated.
Bobbleheads of our players, the Mount Rushmores have been good. But as for a whole theme night that's been fun for me, it's always wrestling night because we always get the legends to come through. Like we've had Mankind, we had Rikishi, we've had Ric Flair, we've had X-Pac.
NWO.
Yeah, we had all the main characters that you grew up with and loved. And then me just being able to take pictures with him, have conversations with him, Buff Bagwell, just seeing him. Like, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Because who would have thought, like, I'll be in a ring and Mankind is raising my hand up in the air with him.
Man, sure did.
Yeah. And then I got Rikishi signed a picture and wrote me a personal letter on it.
Oh, man.
And so at the end of the game, just having those moments of like, hey, I just remember you doing the stink facing people. And I remember you pulling the sock out your pants. But now I'm standing right here with y'all and having fun.
Yeah.
So personally, those wrestling nights, I thoroughly enjoy.
That's dope. But man, I'm pulling for you. I want to see you go to your greater heights of what you're doing.
I appreciate that.
I know you got a heart for people, kids, fans. I know this. I know you're not just doing a job, man. I know you love what you do. And I'm proud to see you doing it, man, for sure. This is my man, Brandon Johnson, man, BLJ. What's the thing you say? I ain't going to say it. I'm going to let you
Yo, it's your best hype man, BLJ. We'll see you guys later on. You better stay tuned. Keep tuned and I holla.
BLJ in the building. We're about to take a break. When we come back, we're going to do the three-pointer. When my girl Shamaria Wiseman is in the building, we're going to do the three-pointer with her. We'll be back in a minute here on the Anthony Sain Show.
Malcolm Dandridge coming back to the University of Memphis for his final season of eligibility.
Sort of seems like the door's always been open or at least cracked for you to come back to Memphis. Makes the most sense. You're comfortable here. You don't have to play starting minutes because Jordan Brown's there. You can play the spurts because that's been his issue, is the knees and getting his conditioning right. And I think it's a great addition to the front court for depth purposes because when we talked, when they sort of solidified the roster, our one real roster question about this team, like a hole you could poke, was front court depth.
Yeah.
You're adding to it. Nick Jourdain, Jordan Brown, Malcolm Dandridge. If you get DeAndre back, I think you're all the way set. You have the depth you need. You have the talent you need.
Yeah, also in just helping build the culture because he knows the culture that Penny wants. And I think it's not as difficult as a transition as it would be if this was a younger team, with this being a veteran team.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
They named the captains.
Did name the
Remind
captain.
me.
I know
it
exactly
is
who they are, and they nailed
Jonah,
it.
Seth. What? I thought it was Jonah.
No. Jacob.
Jacob. That's what I meant. Jacob. Why is that so funny?
He said
Seth?
this was the first time he had player voted captains.
Really?
This is player voted.
Silverfield said that?
Yep.
So how much
they
does
nailed
that? How much does that say? Simeon Blair, who was an Arkansas captain, but how impressive to come in as a transfer. You've been through one spring and half of a fall camp, and you get voted a team captain.
Have you ever heard Ryan Silverfield talk about a player the way he's talked about Simeon Blair?
No, literally no.
I'm just saying.
Rumor
it's
has it
slightly concerning.
that they are considering renaming Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium Simeon Blair
Liberty Stadium.
Liberty Stadium.
I can confirm that, actually.
I'm letting you know, when you see the mock-up come out,
Not Simdog Stadium.
that would be cooler.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Bluff City Media and Bluff City NIL are proud partners of Coaching for Literacy, a Memphis nonprofit using the power of sports to impact childhood literacy. When you donate to Bluff City NIL through Coaching for Literacy, your gift is 100% tax deductible. This partnership is a win-win-win. Tiger student athletes win in the NIL landscape. Coaching for Literacy wins by engaging Tiger student athletes in this monumental cause. And most importantly, elementary students in Memphis receive support to become strong readers. To donate today, visit coachingforliteracy.org/bluff-city.
Welcome back to the Edge of the Sain Show, y'all. Here from the three-pointer, where we talk about three important things in the world of sports. Got a special guest today from Asylum Media Group, which of course you guys know is my group I set up to help aspiring content creators get from where they are to where they want to be, man. I got my homie with me, Shamaria Wiseman from Asylum Media Group joins me now. She's also from Maria Knows Sports. Is that correct? God, I got it wrong.
It's cool.
Nah, it ain't cool. Because I don't like nobody. If somebody said Edge of the Same podcast, I'd be looking upside their head.
Okay.
So don't let nobody say your stuff wrong.
Yes, sir.
And be cool with it. That's another free lesson I got for you. This kind of stuff you get in the Asylum Media Group. But I got my girl Shamaria with me, who is an internet superstar in the making and in the present. I feel away. Kenny Stubblefield, I've been doing this for about 10 years, man.
Yeah, man.
I've been doing this about 10 years. I started when Gabe was in his mother's womb.
Right.
And Gabe's about to turn 10 soon, so it's been about 10 years. And I've never had a post. I've had like Facebook posts go viral. I've had a few Facebook posts go viral. But I've never had anything with video or me talking about sports take off. And Shamaria's been doing this for a few months. Mm-hmm. And she's had a mega viral post that you can find on TikTok where she's talking about the WNBA. And that's going to be number one on the three-pointer. The question I posed to you, Shamaria Wiseman, is: do you think who do you think is the best team in the WNBA?
The best team in the WNBA is the Aces. I ain't gonna say without a doubt right now, but it's the Aces.
All right. So in your post, you said the Liberty.
The New York Liberty, because the video I stitched asked about the New York Liberty. So that's the team I talked about in the video. Right. So, but I do think that.
Hold on. This is a teaching lesson as well. I hate to interrupt you. I'm going to teach you as well. When you're putting something out there like that, here's a person who's never had anything go viral telling them, a superstar, what to do. But here's a way to look at it. Instead of saying the New York Liberty, instead of saying the team, instead of saying the Liberty or the Aces, say, can a top WNBA team beat a bottom feeder NBA team or one of the worst teams in the NBA? See, that way it moves.
Okay.
It could be, if it's today, tomorrow, next month, a year from now, we can still have this conversation because we're not talking about the New York Liberty. Because what if somebody sees your video 2 years from now and your New York Liberty are trash? I'm like, what in the hell was she talking about? That's why you put, see that?
Yeah.
There you go.
Got it.
That's what we do, though. Teamwork make the dream work.
That's right.
All right, now come on with that take. Can a top team?
Okay.
And this is the Memphis black version of what's his name? The show with Skip Bayless in him.
Undisputed.
Undisputed. There you go. Mm-hmm. Can a top WNBA team beat one of the worst teams in the NBA?
I think so. I think so. That's
Okay.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Oh, Samaya, you're crazy. What are we talking about? No, I'm not gonna do that to you. Come on, get your shit off, Samara.
I think so. Okay, so in my video, people in the comments was talking about the physicality. Now I'm not going to deny the physicality differences.
Right.
The NBA has that without a doubt. But I feel like the skill level between the WNBA and the NBA is on. I feel like it's on the same level. It's on the same level, for sure. That's just what I feel. It's just even with players, they'll sit here, they'll train with WNBA players, they'll sit here and even with the new generation of kids, like I've been hearing people say that, watching the WNBA first so they can be fundamentally, to see the fundamental skills first, that helps. So I think that the skill level is on par with, the WNBA skill level is on par with the NBA skill level.
I'll say this. I think that WNBA players are way more fundamentally sound, especially at younger ages, than the guys are. I think that if you run a 5-on-5 full court basketball game, 12-minute quarters, they get their boots beat off of them. But I do see where you're getting the logic from and what you're saying. I totally disagree with you, but I do see where you're getting your logic from, because you think that these teams that are at the bottom of the NBA are there because they're terrible. They're undisciplined.
Exactly.
They don't know fundamentals. They don't know how to win. But these group of women, if you give them this opportunity, they probably get these guys up out of there.
Exactly.
I understand totally what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'll never agree with you.
Oh, that's cool.
But I also lean this way. Check this out, too. I think I've matured as a WNBA supporter. If a couple of years ago, Anthony Sain would have said it's rubbish. But it's grown on me. I'm not going to say that I watch it. I'm not going to tell you I watch it at all. But I will look at it. If it's on TV, I will sit there and I'll watch. I have no clue what's going on. I know a couple names. I don't know who they play for. I know Asia Wilson is cold. I know the Sabrina girl with the new shoe. That's a shooter. I know she cold. That's about all I got. I know Brittany Griner is cold.
Yeah.
But as far as knowing the league, I don't know. I just know basic genetics. And and I know the NBA. And I would assume that this team of NBA players any team would beat them. But I appreciate you for standing on it.
Yeah.
Anything else on that topic before we move on?
Let me ask you this, Shamaria. Do you think that you took a mid-level NBA shooter against a top WNBA shooter? Who's the best shooter in the WNBA?
Sabrina.
Sabrina is?
Look at me knowing. Shit.
Game of horse. Who wins that game?
Against who now? A mid-level shooter?
Mid-level shooter. Who's a mid-level shooter, Anthony, in the NBA?
Mid-level shooter in the NBA. Doug McDermott.
Doug McDermott. Does Sabrina beat him in a horse game?
Yes.
She a tear him a piece.
Really?
Yes.
Doug McDermott?
Yes.
I think she would too.
That's what Dougie Buckets get.
Well, let's go back then. You said a mid. He's more of a kind of upper tier shooter.
Brian Scalabrine.
No. What's his name? Used to play for the Grizzlies. From Duke.
Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen will get his ass washed.
No.
In a game of horse?
No.
But that girl's a pure, and crazy shooter, bro. No.
So skill for skill, the skills competition in the All-Star game. You put the most skilled WNBA player in a competition like that. You think they win
against top skilled NBA player?
Against somebody who would a Grayson Allen.
The WNBA player is winning.
Okay.
There's a lot of things I think the WNBA players would get in the NBA player's ass on, but I don't want to see Asia Wilson guard Paolo Banchero. I don't think that's gonna be. Yeah. That's gonna look ridiculous.
That's fair. Right. That's why I took Orlando back. I took Orlando back. I took him back.
But what about Detroit though?
Jalen
Duren, James Wiseman, Jaden Ivey, Cade Cunningham.
It's gonna be nasty.
I was iffy on the Detroit Pistons, so I don't know.
Sadiq Bey don't play for them anymore.
Oh, he doesn't? Never mind.
This is what I'll say in closing. We'll move on, Shamar. I think that starting five-wise, it could be entertaining for a few minutes. But I don't think the WNBA teams have the depth to deal with NBA reserves. And I think it can get kind of nasty once you start doing it.
I think that's valid.
But it's a dope take, though.
Yeah.
And that mug went crazy viral.
Crazy. Did not expect it.
And y'all folks are being mean to my homie in the comments. That's your mammy, for real. But number 2 on three-pointer, Noah Lyles and Shakari Richardson out here just saying wild shit. I think we're going to come together like Wonder Twins on this one.
We might.
Oh, shit.
We might.
Oh, Lord.
I kind of agree with the man.
Oh,
I kind of agree
God.
with him. I understand where he coming from.
All right, speak on it then.
Like, because when the NBA Finals, we only playing North American teams. We not playing teams from overseas. Now, granted, this is why I'm on the fence about it, because, like you said before, like, we playing, at the end of the day, it's players from all over the world playing in the NBA.
Right.
So we are playing the best of the best, quote unquote, the best on the best.
Ain't no quote unquote about this, bro. There are no imaginary teams out there left for us to play. Like, that's it. What you see is what you get. All right, let me ask you this. 'Cause I said this on Facebook. It sounded kind of dumb, but also made sense too. All right, so the NBA, right? The NBA, the cities that represent the NBA. That's not Memphis' team. Like, it's not a bunch of Memphians out there playing.
True.
It's not a bunch of Coloradoans playing for the Denver Nuggets. Those are the cities that host the best teams in the world. That's basically what the NBA is. Because of logistics, because I'm not gonna play the Grizzlies versus Budapest just for the sake of saying there's a team in Budapest. For logistics' sake, the NBA has all their games on U.S. soil, right? But those cities represent international teams, internationally mixed teams. Every team has players from all over the world on it. Every team has someone from another country on it, right? So
Right.
that's just like me saying, no, man, the track and field world championships were in where are they this year? You know,
I have no clue.
this is like me saying, no, that's a Turkey championship. Like, no, it's not. That's all the players in the world gathered in the city to play and see who's the best in the world, right? And what's the difference between that and the NBA game? It's the same exact thing. The best players in the world gathered in Denver, in Miami, to see who's the best team in the world. And there's no other team for them to play. And if you think a team that's got a bunch of like NBA washouts on it, aka Real Madrid, is gonna beat the Denver Nuggets, no, it's not happening. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it's not an American league. If all the players were American-born players, I'd say, yeah, sure, that's an American championship. But no, it's a world championship. It's the best players in the world.
That makes sense. That's why I said I was like still. Well, I guess I was on the fence about it because I'm looking at the fact that the NBA is so Americanized and everything like that.
Who else is there? Who's left for them to play? The Euro League is the second best league in the world. Right? Everyone says the Euro League is the second best league in the world.
It is.
Could Real Madrid, who wins the Euro League championship damn near every year, could they get out with the Denver Nuggets? No. You about to say maybe or something like that.
There could be probably some low seed teams in the NBA. Nah, they not being Denver.
Talk about champion, like to debate whether you call the Denver Nuggets the world champion or not.
Yeah, they're not on that level.
It's like saying, well, the Denver Nuggets are the champions, but have they beat Briarcrest? Like, like, do you think they lose Briarcrest? Like, why were you talking about that?
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got what you're saying.
World champions, NBA. We don't do this in Major League Baseball. We don't do this with hockey. We don't do this with the NFL, which is a strictly American sport. Like, NFL is strictly an American sport. Nobody ever questions the legitimacy of entities. But now, Noah Lyles with your Theo Huxtable looking ass want to start this. Bro, you want to be a hooper, just say you want to be a hooper, bro. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, though, for sure. Like, when they go to the Olympics, he got to see them dudes.
Yeah.
It sounds like to me Noah Lyles got cut from his junior high team.
Exactly, man.
That's what it sounds
I think
like.
he just want to be a hooper, man.
He's just upset.
But they gonna get on his ass when they go to the Olympics.
Yeah, he is.
Your teammates are gonna be on your ass for real. Your USA basketball teammates are gonna be like, all right, yeah, what's this you were saying, bro?
Yeah. And we gonna come back with gold. So
Shout out. But y'all gotta stop talking about the NBA is not a world championship. It's literally the best players in the world gathering in one league. When Luka Doncic says, I can't wait to go get drafted by the Chinese league and I'm going to play over there, that's when you can debate with me whether that's a world championship or not. The best players in the world all go to the NBA.
What's the Chicago Bulls guy, the European dude with the big beard? Mirotic was a washout in the NBA.
And now he's like league MVP.
Now he's MVP of
you
the
think
second
I'm worried
best
about a
league in
team
the
led
world.
by him beating anybody in the NBA? Then Greg Popovich ass going, man, that was old though. That was like
That was 2010, man.
And the league has changed tremendously in the last 13 years. And he's been one of the guys who's been part of making the NBA more of an international game. Anyway, man, I can't get into this. Number 3. Been want to talk about this for a while, Kenny Stubblefield.
Uh-oh.
Not many things bother me this way. But when I feel like that everyone in the world is making shit takes except for me, it bothers me. Kenny Stubblefield.
There's been a lot of these out there.
Basketball World Championships. We still sticking to basketball. This is a pretty basketball heavy show, just in case y'all didn't notice. Have you noticed Rondae Hollis-Jefferson? Shabaria Wiseman.
I've heard his name.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Did you know who he was like in the NBA though?
I mean, he ain't no all-star.
No, he wasn't nothing. Wasn't close to all-star. Okay, he was a role player, came out of Arizona, super athletic guy. He's about 6'8", 6'7".
He was a beast in college.
Yeah, couldn't really shoot the ball at all. Mega athletic. Never did I see Kobe Bryant comps about it. This man watches out of the league, and he comes back as Kobe Bryant. He reinvents himself as Kobe Bryant, man. And it's crazy because he kind of looks like him, like in the face.
Yeah.
He looks like if you told a kid, hey, go draw Kobe Bryant. Or if you got like an iPhone app, like what AI apps, it was like, go show, make a picture of Kobe Bryant playing for the Jordan national team. Like Rondae Hollis-Jefferson may come out. I think, bro, I'm gonna go on a rant. Here's my thing. First of all, do you feel like we're about to be in agreement with this? That he looks absolutely ridiculous in what he's doing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Me and Shamari on the same page.
Yeah, on the same page.
But here's why I say so. Fam, you got the Kobe halfway bald haircut. Now, he used to keep braids or long hair or braids in his face. He always had hair. This dude cut his hair off and looked like Kobe Bryant. He just leaned all the way into cosplay of being Kobe Bryant. He's got the armband right here. Nothing on his legs. Kobe never wore anything down here. He's got Kobe's on his feet, quarter socks, like mimicking his game with an ugly ass jump shot. Like, that's like, bro, your jumper is ugly as hell. Like, you got the whole Kobe everything, the step back, the footwork, but your jumper ugly as shit.
Got the mama mentality tattooed on him.
And he plays for Jordan.
Right. The country of Jordan.
Man, you look ridiculous, man. Bro, and I hate to joke about injuries, bro. I hate to joke about injuries. But when he got hurt, I said, yeah, Kobe got your ass. Keep playing with Kobe, man. Keep playing with Kobe, bro. Keep playing with the bean, man. Let the bean rest in peace, bro. Like, that is so, bro. And we've seen guys over time, whether it's Marshawn Brooks, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, all these guys have got Kobe comps, right?
Yeah.
And that's for a guy that's a living, breathing player in the league that they looked up to as their peer. They've had those comps ever since high school. Dude, you were not getting Kobe Bryant comps. You get kicked out of the league, you decided, like, I'm gonna be the you out there playing with a bunch of bums. And then I'm watching DeMichael Cole, man. It was literally a friend of mine. It was literally a friend of mine, man. Talking about oh yeah, I think Rondae Hollis-Jefferson is showing y'all he belongs back in the league. Like, man, he's playing with a bunch of freaking dudes. He's out there playing with some church league dudes, looking like Michael Jordan. Bro, Karis LeVert would look just like that if he was playing for Jordan. And you tell me this man, oh my God, man, I guarantee you, he comes back to the league, nobody's gonna give him the ball and say, hey, go beat Kobe.
I don't even like the Devin Booker comps, man. Devin Booker is light years.
He's better.
Leave Kobe alone, man. Ain't nobody like him.
I don't mind. I've even heard people say Anthony Edwards is a Kobe comp. And I don't mind that because those are that level. They're that good. They've been that good. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson cosplaying the Kobe is nasty work, man. And then everybody's watching like, oh, this kid's he's tapping into Mamba. I'm like, man, you guys are dumb asses, bro. Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all talking about, bro? Man, DeMichael Cole, come on, man. Come on, bro. I'm watching like national Brian Windhurst, I believe. I'm like, bro, what are y'all talking about, man? This is disgusting work, man.
We got to get DeMichael back on and call him and figure out what's going on, bro. That was wild.
That dude said, oh, God. He's just tapped into the mama. Like, bro,
playing his way back into the league.
Dude is trash, man. Bro, come on, man. He's about to play with some of the worst basketball players in the world. And he's out there looking like Michael Jordan with those dudes. And basketball is a simple game, man. No matter how bad your team is, the ball's got to go in the hoop by somebody. And he's out there looking super dominant with a bunch of dudes that's up. But yeah. But that's it. That's the three-pointer with my good friend. And Minty, can I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, Samari be asking me for like real advice sometimes. I be letting her down. Like she'll make stuff and ask me what I think about it. And I'll respond like a day or so later.
Yeah.
But she's taking care of her business though.
Yeah.
Check out our
Gotcha.
YouTube page.
Gotcha.
What's the name?
Congrats on that viral tweet, viral TikTok.
yeah.
Appreciate it.
And she's like already got like 100
Appreciate it.
subs on YouTube. I'm like, dude, what the hell am I doing wrong?
Right.
I was like, I might as well go ahead and use all this clout from this video. If you want to hear me,
My girl Shamaria, man.
All
Shamaria,
for-
I'm proud of you.
All for a wild
Appreciate
take.
it.
All for a wild take
For a
about the
wild take.
WNBA,
Yep.
man.
and I didn't think it would go that viral. That's the crazy part. I didn't think it would go crazy.
There's always them kind that pop off. But Shamaria, I'm proud of you. For sure.
Appreciate it.
It's my girl Shamaria Wiseman. Check out on our YouTube page. What's the page again?
Maria_knows_best.
Not to be mistaken with Maria. Maria
Yeah.
knows best. Check it out. My girl Shamaria Wiseman. This is a three-pointer. About to take a break. When we come back, about to wrap this thing up inside the Sain brain. See y'all in a minute.
Bluff City Media and Bluff City NIL are proud partners of Coaching for Literacy, a Memphis nonprofit using the power of sports to impact childhood literacy. When you donate to Bluff City NIL through Coaching for Literacy, your gift is 100% tax deductible. This partnership is a win-win-win. Tiger student athletes win in the NIL landscape. Coaching for Literacy wins by engaging Tiger student athletes in this monumental cause. And most importantly, elementary students in Memphis receive support to become strong readers. To donate today, visit coachingforliteracy.org/bluff-city.
On offense, I'll say Blake Humsky. I think that his ability to be the slot guy, because I think the outside guys are going to kind of open up a little bit more for him on the inside. Plus, we've seen him do some serious work already at Toledo.
I'm going Sutton. We've heard a lot about him. Seen him in a lot of the clips they're posting, just his shiftiness, his ability to make plays, make people miss, change a direction, how they're going to use him in multiple areas. Handing off in the backfield, receiving, putting him in the slot potentially, giving him the opportunity to return kicks. I think he's the X factor.
Simeon seems like the easiest possible
he's a
answer.
coach on the field.
Yeah, Simeon seems like the easiest answer there. No, I think it's going to be Simeon Blair, but I think it will be in tackles. I obviously don't want your safety to lead the team in tackles.
That is a superlative. Don't start talking about that yet.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Because with the teams that you're playing in the American Conference, these are teams that they should be beating on a consistent basis. And when you have games like the Houston game last year, which was just bumbled away, of course losses are going to mean more.
Yeah.
If you are a G5 team in general, not Memphis, not anybody, any group of 5 team, losses mean way more than wins. A loss to Navy means way more than a win against Tulane. Because especially national pundits, when they're looking at the record and they see that one,
It's a good point. That's fair.
it doesn't matter who it's against because you're not in a power conference. You're not playing the best of the best every single week. How hard is it to be a
I get your point too. I've always said this too. Like if you want to take yourself serious as a great football program, you got to beat just about everybody on your damn schedule. SMU, that can't be a loss. I don't give a damn if they pay more money than anybody else in the AAC. That's if you want to take yourself serious and show
And
your
be
value,
relevant.
beat them.
Yeah.
Tulane, same thing.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show, y'all. Props to all our guests today. Of course, my man Brandon Johnson, BLJ. Great interview with him, man. Just really got to know him better, man. More than just, it's the MC, the guy, the face, the voice of the Memphis Grizzlies when you go to the games in arena. Great interview with him. Shout out to my boy BLJ for sure. Shout out to Samaria Wiseman who sat in with me for the 3-pointer, man. She handled herself well, man. I gotta give her props for sure on that. But now inside the Sain brain, this is gonna be one that's probably gonna tick you off, Kenny Stubblefield, because it kind of steps on your toes, knocks on your door a little bit there, Kenny Stubblefield.
Listen, man, I'm used to it with you, man. My toes, I got my steel toe boots on, man.
Yeah, man. You know, some of the shows in Memphis, they kind of do a unofficial Ask a Black Man segment, you know. And so with you, I can kind of do that with you, man.
I love it, man.
I can kind of do Ask a White Guy with you.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, for sure. But this is a totally different type of situation with that. Today is a big day, Kenny Stubblefield. Today is 901 day, an unofficial, undocumented day. I don't think this is anything official proclamation. Like it's not on the calendar or nothing. Right. But it's something that kind of the city of Memphis kind of made up. The citizens of Memphis, kind of made up.
For those that are not from Memphis, our area code is 901.
It's not the inauguration date. It's not the day that we became a thing.
Right.
It's not that. It's just kind of a cool day. It's September the 1st.
Right.
So 901 day, our area code, we celebrate the great city of Memphis. I came here to say this. I'm sure the comments are going to be ablazing. I'm sure my Twitter is going to be ablazing. I know when I make these comments on Facebook, people get mad, and we may lose some viewers. But that's what Inside the Sain Brain is about. It's me being me. So y'all just have to kind of deal with how I think sometimes.
So do you mean what you're about to say?
I 100% mean what I'm about to say.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to say this. Even though 901 day is dedicated to an area code, Kenny Stubblefield, it is not for all citizens within those area codes. 901 day is a celebration of Memphis, Tennessee. If you don't live in Memphis, Tennessee, 901 day is not for you. That's speaking to you, Cordova. That's speaking to you, Arlington, Millington, Collierville, Kenny Stubblefield, where you live. Germantown.
I thought you were going to forget me,
No,
bro.
no, I'm not.
Thought you were going to forget me for a second.
Here's my thing. If you choose to celebrate 901 day, if your scared of Memphis ass chooses to celebrate 901 day, celebrate it in your that subdivision. What's it called? In your suburbs.
In your cove.
Yeah, have your own 901 day in Collierville.
Your cul-de-sac.
Yeah, don't bring that ass to Midtown and downtown and all and you know, Orange Mound.
So I can't go to
no.
I can't go to the 240
No,
inside 240 loop.
Stay your ass in Collierville and celebrate 901 day at I don't know. Where y'all hang out at in Collierville? Hey, that little thing in Collierville is kind of dope though.
Yeah, the square.
Yeah, it's kind of fresh.
Ranked one of the best squares in the world.
Yeah, celebrate out there.
Yeah, what about, can I go to Skybox?
What's it? Oh, in Collierville, yeah. Do that. Just don't bring y'all ass in Memphis, man. Stay y'all ass where y'all at.
What's the device? So is it the 240 loop?
If your mail don't say Memphis, Tennessee, stay where you at, man.
I got you.
If you live in Arlington, Millington, where else? Lakeland, all the 901s, the extended 901s, no.
What if I grew up?
I don't care. You decide to move to where you live.
Move.
So stay where you at.
So stay where I'm at.
Stay your scare ass where you
I
at.
can't. What if can I go back to my old neighborhood that I grew up in? No.
Have it where you live.
Have it where I live.
Get it where you live, man.
Get it where I eat.
No, it ain't for y'all.
Okay.
I understand that y'all share the area code, but it is a celebration of Memphis, Tennessee.
Does our celebration look different? Does our celebration look different?
What you mean?
Where we celebrate, like you said.
Oh, it probably does.
Yeah. What
do people in You know what I think? You know, I have a personal vendetta against Cordova, bro, and I'm not gonna share too much because Cordova PD may be listening.
They are.
But Cordova just sucks, man. Like Cordova has zero personality. Like I'll say this, Collierville.
Is it Memphis or not?
No.
It used to be.
No, but you know why it is now?
Why?
Because white people gave Cordova back to us. They was like, nah, Cordova's it's too many of y'all out here. You can have it.
But you hate it, though.
Cordova's becoming the new Frazier.
Frazier's got swag, though.
No, I'm saying Frazier used to be a white neighborhood, really rich white neighborhood.
Right.
Then those people kind of went on down the street to Bartlett, and they left us Negroes Frazier. And they're doing the same thing with Cordova.
Cordova's the same way.
Yeah, you can go buy a big-ass Cordova house that wasn't even available to you 10 years ago. But yeah. But anyway, it's kind of a boring, it's like a boring, sterile, everything out there is like a chain restaurant. Like there's no.
Yeah, no doubt. Germantown Parkway.
Yeah, it's like nothing is like, Yeah, I'm good, man. There's a couple places coming out now since it's been black-X'd, not annexed, but
Black X.
since black people came back, since they handed it to black people, we've kind of put some stuff out there, but it has no soul. It has no personality.
Yeah.
I'm a Midtown guy. I like the Midtown area more than anything.
More than downtown?
Yeah, because Midtown is more, you can just find kind of really like a hodgepodge of the city in Midtown. You might go in a place in Midtown and find like there's a place I like to hang out at, and I was in there last week, and I saw.
You ain't gonna tell us what it is?
No, I don't like to tell people because I like to go to places where people don't know who I am. Like I know where no one's gonna know who I am. Like because I don't want to talk about sports outside of anything. Like I don't like to have those conversations, and sometimes people just kind of assume you do.
Yeah.
And I try to act like I'm somebody, but I just don't like.
People know who you are.
I don't want to talk about the Grizzlies. You know what I mean? Like,
I got you.
So it's like anytime people see me out, they want to talk about that. So, what I was about to say.
I got somebody in my life that's like that wants to talk sports with me all
the
time.
I'm like, dude, I don't mean no harm.
When I'm at the house and he comes over, I'm like, man, I just want to relax, man.
Yeah.
Like I've been looking at. I've
I've
been talking sports all week.
It's literally what I do for a living, so I don't want to talk about that. It's just like if you work in a call center for United Healthcare, like I don't want to talk about it. Hey, when is open enrollment? All right, man, look, you know what I mean? I don't care about this stuff, man, to that extent. But yeah, you go to a place in Midtown, you might find a prostitute, a doctor, a gangbanger.
Yep.
Like a bad bitch. All these places, all these people in the same place, bro. And like, yeah.
Look, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
What does 901 Celebration Day look like for Anthony Sain? What are you gonna do?
Well, I'll tell you what I did last year, because this year I've got a family reunion, so I'll be headed out for that. I won't be participating in much of anything.
So if you leave for 901 Celebration Day, can I come in and take your spot?
Rod say this. You've paid your dues, man. You've worked with inner city kids. I've seen you take inner city kids to their homes, had them in your house spending weekends.
Absolutely.
Fed them, clothed them, counseled them. You know, I'll give you a pass, man. You and your wife, y'all can come back and celebrate 901 Day. Because I don't think you're afraid of the city of Memphis. No. You just kind of did, whatever.
Right.
But, the rest of y'all, stay y'all ass where you at and celebrate 901 Day in the burbs.
So what'd you do last year?
Last year, me, my brother, and a good friend of mine hung out, did the kind of over the square thing. That's what I like about Midtown, man. You can vibe and do the same type of stuff, but it's not nearly as many people.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So we did the over the square thing, bar hopped a little bit, drinking insane amounts of beer and what else? Whiskey and just, did that.
Ate some good food.
Yeah, did that for a while. Just soaked in the beauties of the city, man. It got a little live music in. You can do all those. The square is really like a mini Bill Street, but it's in a square and not a strip. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can get all that in the square. So we did that. Kind of hate I'm not going to be with them. I'll be with my brother, of course, because it's a family reunion. But
of course,
yeah, we won't be out.
Well, let me recommend to anybody that's listening. You can also celebrate 901 Day on the 2nd of September at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium for the home opener, Bethune-Cookman versus Memphis game.
Sure can.
Bluff City Media has a tailgate, section D27. Come hang out with us, man. We got some swag. We got some food. We got all that kind of stuff. So come hang out with us.
Hang out with them, because Anthony Sain won't be there.
Anthony Sain's going to be at a family reunion.
Yeah, y'all check that out for sure. If you buy tickets in a certain section, you get to go to. More long as they win, you get in.
Let's go.
Yeah, for sure.
Win together, baby.
Yeah, win together. But yeah, that's another episode of the Anthony Sain Show. And if you learned anything, learn that 901 Day may not be for you, depending on where you live. But that's all I got. But for Kenny Stubblefield behind the glass, for Brandon Johnson, for Shamaria Wiseman, thank y'all for sure. Thank y'all for coming in, checking us out again here on the Anthony Sain Show. See you guys next week. We'll be back on Wednesday, of course. Hope you guys enjoy your Labor Day weekend and observance for all those that labor. And, thank you for checking it out. Hope y'all enjoy your 901 Day today. We'll see y'all next time, and we out.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.